Hi traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. Hey, some comments have come out from the ECB. ECB saw no need to consider changing monetary policy stance. ECB saw need for a strong signal to governments on reforms. ECB saw pronounced risk of insufficient structural reforms. ECB Governing Council saw need for firm implementation of quantitative easing. Some comments coming out from the ECB in the minutes, and these minutes, I forgot, these are the new, this is the new very first time released, I think, or no, the second or third time released. This is a fairly new event, and I always forget that they're coming up, but what we've seen in the euro, we've seen it come down a little bit. Let's go over to the euro dollar. And I totally spaced that this was coming out today. But you can see here's the minutes, and we went from like 60 to, you know, basically 40 and bounced back to 49. I mean, no real big movements here, but we have seen a little bit of euro weakness following the minutes. And like I said, that was my fault. It's a fairly new like release event, the monetary policy minutes from the ECB. So anyway, we've seen a little bit of euro weakness, but overall, not a whole lot happening. But what we've got to do this morning, we've got to get ready for our trading day. We've got a lot of data coming out here in the U.S., and so with that being said, we're gonna go through the charts. If you guys were with me yesterday, we had talked about I had contemplated trading or changing screens and resolution size and everything else, but I decided that we're going to just keep everything the way it has been working. The reason why I'm saying that is just because it was working fine. I wanted to try to give us a little bit more workspace, but for some people it wasn't working out, and I'd rather make sure that everybody's happy in this situation. So, all right. Now, we talked about yesterday a couple of key support and resistance levels. They're all in play right now, okay? Everything's still in play. So the key support for the euro is 110.50, okay? That is still key support, and that's going to remain key support. I did not buy the euro dollar down here. I'm kind of upset with myself that I didn't buy the euro as we dipped down towards these levels, because I'd been planning on doing so for so long. I just didn't do it. So I'm a little frustrated myself with doing it, but I don't want to own it here, because I also think we're gonna struggle as we get up towards this resistance at the 112.40, 112.50 area. So unfortunately, we're just kind of boxed in here, and I believe that this area is going to keep us contained for a while, probably till the end of the week. So resistance that I see is going to be 112. So if we can get, you can see the stabs up towards, even high 111s is being rejected, but any move up towards 112 is probably going to offer a good place to be on the short side of the euro. And remember, we've gone from a bullish stance to more of a range trading stance now in the euro. Support. Support's at 110.50. I just don't know if that's going to be support for today. See, it seems to me that dips are very well supported right now. So that comes in at 110.80. So we've got 110.50, 110.80. All right, and key resistance here is 112. So what I'm trying to say here on this euro dollar is dip to here is probably going to be a good long. Rally to here will probably be a good short, and you happen to be right stuck in the middle right now, looks like no reason to no real reason to be trading the euro at the moment. Okay, let's go take a look at the cable. So again, the bull bear line. Boom. Okay. As long as we're above that blue line, you have to stay bullish. Now, oops, damn it, I didn't want to do that. Okay. 50% retracement, bull bear line held us. Okay, so you got to imagine where at this point, if you are, or if you want to get long the pound, or if you are thinking, all right, I just don't, I'm on the short side, I got stuck short the cable, I need to get out. Where are you going to be a buyer? My opinion, right here. That's going to offer a great place to be on the long side. So that comes in at 155.60. Now that's 115 pips away from where we're currently at, but you know, I'm assuming that's it. 618 holding. Oh, here it is. Well, that's key resistance. 157 for today. Yeah, what did I say? 155. Shoot, I don't even know if we'll make it all the way down there. This looks more likely. The oops. The reason why I say that is because let's imagine this round number. We punch through 56. We're going to trip stops below 56. 155.85. It's 15 pips below. So any dip right here, bam, that's going to be a good place to be on the long side. 155.85. Okay. Let those stops get tripped below 156, and then sit on the bid. I mean, that would be the most logical way to play the pound, I would think, and it is bullish. All right, let's go over to the Swissy. The swishing. You see, my name's Bugsy Malone, and thank God you didn't get caught chasing that. Remember, we were saying price is moving higher, relative strength is moving lower. It's probably going to move lower. It has. Now we're sitting really close to support. Again, we're going to have to imagine that we break through here. I mean, we're just going to have to just imagine we do. So, not saying that it's going to. I'm just going to say we have to just imagine it will, because we're so close to it. So, we have support at 93 and 92.50. 92.50. 93. Resistance is at it's really key at 94. I mean, if you look at that, let's get rid of these fibs. These fibs are annoying. Okay. And we're, as far as I can see here, we're pretty boxed in. Because, I could see just this, that, that, that. We're boxed in these levels here, this whole area. 94 range. Okay. Um, let's take a look at the yen. So I sold the dollar yen yesterday at 121.25, 24. I was shorting it because it was hitting our resistance yesterday. What did we write down for resistance yesterday on the dollar yen? Do you guys have that number? Yesterday at 121.25. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was the number we wrote down. Um, and I knew I think that's right. So we were hitting that 786, and I shorted it yesterday just before the FOMC minutes, and I ended up getting out for a couple of pips. But you can really see the struggle we had up there. Okay, we hit the 786. Obviously, we overshot. Um, that's got to be some sort of harmonic pattern, I would imagine. Uh, right here. Um, but I'm not going to mess with that now. 121.50, actually, we'll have to use the reactionary high of 121.50 as resistance. Okay. Um, Support's going to be back down here at 120.50. And again, I still think we're in a huge range. So 121.50 to 120.50. Um, I know a lot of people are getting bullish, but I don't, I'm not buying it. So 120, whoops, 120.50 and 121.50, 121.50 range. Okay, range environment there. Let's go over to the dollar Canadian. So, man, this dollar Canadian's a new highs on the day. Look at that thing. What a reaction off of this trend line that we wrote yesterday. Because yesterday we said if it dips this trend line, you want to be a buyer down there. And we didn't make it, but what we did is we tested it this morning, and bam. Okay, so now, and if, with crude, by the way, look at the witch doctor Paul Franco on crude. The crude witch, that's Paul Franco. 50% retracement, previous support, rejection, reversal, big time. Um, well, with that happening, with that happening in crude, then that's why the dollar Canadian is ripping right now. So that means that support is extremely important, 121.70. As long as we stay above 121.70, I don't think I'd be on the short side of that. 1.2170. Okay. Resistance is going to be obviously 122.55. 122.55. Although we are still in a range environment, like longer term, I'm just telling you right now, I would not be on the short side of that while we are uh, above this level. You guys, excuse me one minute. Just hold on really quick. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. All right. So we got resistance written down in the Canadian. Let's go take a look at the Kiwi. All right. So here's the New Zealand dollar. I'm just looking for an excuse to short it. I mean, that's it. I mean, I know I've said that. I'm going to say it again. Give me a reason. Give me a reason today to short the Kiwi. Give me some good economic data. Give me some, you know, give me some good U.S. economic data. Close us below 73 cents today, and I'm shorting the Kiwi, and I'm gonna short it probably full size position. I need a reason to do it. Um, I mean, the Kiwi looks so bad on the crosses, but I'm just looking for now a daily close below 73 cents. And again, I want the economic data here to support that move because you guys know we have not had good U.S. economic data as of late. So we have four pieces of pretty big data today. We have five pieces of economic data, but four of them are pretty substantial. So I want to make sure that they're supporting that move. All right. But the support right now is 72.80. Okay. Sorry, guys, got to blow my nose. Stand by. Okay. 72.80. That's not even key support. That's just kind of support. Resistance right now is this down sloping trend line that I just removed on accident. So as long as we remain below 73.40, this thing's about ready to turn from range trading to bearish. 73.40. Just letting you guys know, we're about ready to flip over to bearish here for the Kiwi. Still range for now. Very, very close to breaking down. Aussie dollar. And I got to go back to the Kiwi really quick. Well, no, never mind. All right, so here's the Aussie. So the Aussie still, as long as it's below this blue line, the risk is lower. 78, same support that we had from yesterday, 78.65. Hmm. Uh, Hold on. Low to high. I'm going to write down 78.50 just to give it a little bit of wiggle here, but that is really key support. We break through that, and this Aussie is going to get demolished too. Resistance. I mean, we'd be really lucky if we made it up to 79, 79.60 at this point, but 79.35 near-term resistance, 0.7935. All right, so when I come back, we're gonna do the dollar index, and then we'll go from there. All right, so thank you all for being here. I'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, traders, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. Good morning, Tim. He wrote to me and said good morning. Hope everybody's having a great trading session. We're going to finish up with the dollar index, and actually we're going to look at some of these other currencies too, just to get a handle on them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dixie. Okay, here's the dollar index. And the dollar index basically dipped to, I think it was support we had written from yesterday, huh? Yeah. What did we have written yesterday as support? 95? Yesterday? Greg said 95.05. Yeah. All right, well, we did, thanks. We dipped to 94.96, so I was off by a few pips, but you can see that's what we're looking at. Okay, so I'll just write 94.95 today. That is pretty key support. It's easy to see, 94.95, and resistance is, you can see that this is a real big struggle for the dollar index, and it's going to continue to be a struggle too. We have to overcome this for the dollar to really break loose. We really, really, really have to see this red trend line right through here. We got to break through the underside of that, and that really has kneecapped the dollar rally this whole time, and even yesterday. You know, you can see it. We challenged it here, and so we have to take out 95.85 in order for the dollar to turn back to being bullish. Okay, 95.85, 95.85. And we are in a range trading environment. Okay, let's really quick, let's take a look at just, want to take a gander at the peso and then the Norwegian krona and Swedish krona really quick. So here's the peso, and this is a pretty important chart for those of you guys that trade the peso. Reason why I say that is because, look, if you look at like the dollar Canadian looks stronger, the Kiwi looks weak, the Aussie looks relatively weak. Those commodity currencies could really, come under pressure, which would, in essence, boost the dollar peso. Okay, so keep an eye on it. I think this 15 probably will offer some support. 15 peso exchange rate, and then also this 15.25. So. Let's go over to the Nordic currencies. You can see the U.S. dollar Norwegian krona. I mean, it's down today, but it's barely down. Just like, the Kiwi, the Aussie, the Canadian. If the euro rolls back over, this thing's going to rip here. This Norwegian krona. A move above 760 would be pretty bullish, I would think. This thing is in a tight range. This is actually poised for a breakout here. 750 to 760. Because you can see it's just going to roll over, or it's going to absolutely take off. If the rest of these commodity currencies get uh, hit, this U.S. dollar Norwegian krona is going higher. So for you guys that can trade it, okay, Swedish krona. This doesn't look very exciting at all. Not yet. Very minimal pullback though. So, Marie wanted to take a look at the euro pound. She says she's short. I'm short too. So I'm actually 5.11 3/4. 5.11 3/4. I'm not that short. You notice how to throw the 3/4 in there. It's close to 6 foot. All right. So here's the euro pound. All right. Um, I am short the euro pound though. I got short yesterday. Uh, we have a bear flag pattern. This is a weekly chart. Here's a daily chart. And I shorted it ahead of that. And matter of fact, did I add to it? I haven't. I thought I had an open order to add. Um, now that we've broken, I should probably be adding to this one, huh? Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm actually going to add a little bit. Put in a limit to sell it a little higher. But yeah, I'm short at 71.48, probably alongside you, Marie, which is up here. Um, looks great. It's breaking below 71.20. Um, a break below 70 pence, and it opens up a move to 65 pence, which in all actuality, if Greece is going to default, it's probably a realistic expectation. Is we'll probably move down to 65 pence. Or so. I mean, and if you look at the monthly chart, it's really not. It's not like if you think about this move here. Could you imagine we come down and just take out stops below the support and bounce eventually? So Marie says, "Yep, I'm short at the same price." I think we got short in the chat room together. So good. Yeah, it looks good. Good here. Okay. Let's go back out to questions. Oh, did you guys get here? This is your bias chart. So go ahead and take a picture of it, and let me go into questions. So going in the way back.